Oh man, Arthur Joe. Maybe some of that, yeah. Welcome everyone to another B movie review. We're gonna kick this one off because we have a great movie coming out in July. Jurassic World Rebirth.
Oh, yeah.
Dude, that's the movie I'm most excited for. Yeah.
Oh, my God. In July. God damn it. Why is there got to be so
Summer
much stuff near
blockbuster.
Superman? Superman is fucked. He's in between dinosaurs and Marvel.
And a family.
God
Fantastic
damn it.
Four.
Yeah, but Joe, I thought this was OJ's bad movie reviews.
It is.
Not
like I
B
said,
movie reviews. Are we renaming it?
we just call it B movies.
Oh, I
B
see what
movies
you're
would be
saying.
fine.
Some of these
because
movies aren't B's.
They're not, but I think
There's
why
Z's.
Joe did that is because some of these movies aren't bad. They're not bad movie reviews. I was
No,
thinking
sometimes you find some pretty good ones, and in order,
What the hell did you make me watch?
Well,
This
since
time.
we have another dinosaur movie, but this time it's the Invisible Raptor.
What?
You heard that right? The Invisible Raptor.
That's exactly what I said when Joe said that he wanted to. He gave me a choice. He
Yep.
said we're either going to see the Invisible Raptor or we're going to see
Peter
Peter Pan in
Neverland Nightmare, I think. It's part of the Poonaverse.
Yeah, the Poonaverse, and I heard that one was really, really bad.
There.
And I saw the trailer for Invisible Raptor, and I think it actually made me chuckle. And so I was like, okay, let's do the Invisible Raptor.
Alex, was it better than you expected? Because you always like you're watching these dumbass movies.
Why did Joe make me watch these dumbass movies?
Yeah, this one was much better than the average OJ movie.
So that's why we can't call it OJ's bad movie reviews,
Well, we just
because
call it
there's
B
not.
movies,
This
right?
one wasn't actually bad. In fact, I would say I'm very happy that Joe brought this into my life because I thought it was fucking hilarious.
I'm very surprised. Well, I'm not. It's a B movie. They're saving on the CGI because the raptor is invisible.
I hated that idea, by the way.
But they do get pretty creative for
Yes,
low
they
budget.
do. The concept, I was like, wait, it's a fucking Invisible Raptor. I get it if it's a raptor film, then we get the payoff of a raptor killing everybody the whole time. But if it's invisible, that's just a fucking excuse to show nothing and get away with this cheap ass budget. Did it crash, Joe?
Did it? Let's see. No.
Okay,
Still
then,
recording.
but it actually, but no. Surprisingly, they were creative with the CGI,
Yeah.
and he's
Practical
not
effects.
invisible the whole film. Potential spoilers.
And you do see a lot of kills and stuff. So
Yeah.
I do like that. So the premise of this is, yes, there's an invisible raptor. There's a top-secret government. The raptor gets loose and starts causing some crazy mayhem in the town. And who do we have? Our paleontologist.
Dr. Grant.
Dr. Grant.
Yeah.
A lot of Jurassic Park references and a lot of 90s references
Yes.
some of these people might not get.
Right.
Yeah, a ton.
Millennial.
I mean, there's cameos in here that if you blink, you're gonna miss them, and there's some
Yes.
real funny ones. So,
Now, this film fucking surprised me because when Joe usually makes us watch something, or when we look at what Joe watches on his browsing history and his list, they're fucking terrible. So are you telling me, Joe, that this is this why you actually watch Z grade and B grade movies when you find a gem like this? Or is this just a happy little accident?
No, like sometimes you find a lot of these things because, again, Hollywood is the same old bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
This one's like they're not as restrictive. They could have fun with it. And this one,
Yes.
I could definitely tell they had a lot of fun with this one. And I'm surprised some of these actors are in here. Like Sean Ashton, Sandy Martin.
Yeah,
Tess Mom.
They are barely in. They're in here super quick. Well, at least Sean Ashton is in here super quick. There's a extremely blink and you miss it cameo from fucking Rufio from Peter Pan. So technically, we got a little bit of Peter Pan, the Robin Williams version of Peter Pan, because Rufio shows up in this film as Rufio. But literally, blink and you will miss it. I don't know. Maybe he's friends with the director or the writer or something.
So random.
Because it's so random. It's so out of left field. Did maybe Hook come out around the same time as Jurassic Park?
I mean, it was early 90s, yeah.
They're probably just friends. And because I was like, hopefully we'll see him again, right, in the jail cell or something. And we never saw him again. So if they ever do anything with the Invisible Raptor franchise, because there is a stinger at the end, stay to the end, maybe they can do something with that character. But I gotta say, Joe, I'm happy that I watched this.
Yeah, overall, like, I think you guys should check this one out. I really like it. I was honestly surprised. I thought it was gonna be dumber than some of the other ones, but I liked it at the end. It ran a little too long for me. They could have trimmed it up, and it would have been a nice
I looked it
package.
up. It's 1 hour and 54 minutes.
20 minutes off.
I think if you do 1 hour and 30 minutes, it would be perfect. And so the premise is so fucking stupid.
Yes.
I thought that there was no way I would enjoy it. It's going to be a bunch of bad jokes. It's going to be a bunch of bad CGI. And it's going to be poorly crafted because they're hiding the raptor because he's supposed to be invisible. It was the opposite. It was surprisingly well-crafted sets, lighting, within their budget, obviously. Cinematography was okay. And then creative kills. And the CGI that was there was well executed, surprisingly, and high quality. So Mike Hermosa is the director, and written by Mike Capes, who was the main character. So it's like, I guess that's one of those, when we were making films when we were younger, Joe, you serve as the director, the writer, and the star. Right?
Yeah, and another thing for me were the characters. Man, Danny was a standout star. He's like a lovable idiot. This son actually had like a lot of charm.
Charm through the roof, out the butthole. This film has so much butthole charm.
Yeah.
I don't know what is the obsession with
Alex.
buttholes in this film. Joe, why are you making me watch films that are constantly talking about buttholes?
This guy's a paleontologist that found a preserved dino butthole.
It's his whole thing, but they say butthole so much in this fucking film. I guess Mike Capes is obsessed with buttholes. The star of the film is obsessed with buttholes. But yeah, you're right. Denny is so fucking good. I just want to be his friend. And I was like, oh my gosh. And
I felt
was
so bad for him.
Yeah, I felt bad for him.
And everything.
Exactly. Let's Joe, how do we do these? Do we do no spoilers and then we can do a spoiler? I don't know. It's your show.
No spoilers.
No spoilers.
No spoilers, yeah, because this is good.
This is good enough for you. I recommend this for you guys. And we saw it
But
on
we do
Amazon.
have to do a spoiler section so we could talk about all the wacky shit. Because then people want to hear our thoughts on all the wacky shit.
That's fine. We can do the spoilers, but I definitely recommend you guys check this out. We got it for $4.99 on Amazon.
Right, yeah. So worth it.
Yeah.
In fact, I might have even considered buying it and owning it. And I don't know if there's DVD.
See, you would have.
I would have never guessed.
Never seen
Never
this
guessed. Joe, you want to see the Invisible Raptor? I was like, what is that? It's this, horror where, there's a slasher
Comedy
and there's a
horror.
raptor and you don't see him. And I'm like, so is he invisible? And he's like, yeah, and you don't see him. And then what's the fucking point?
It's the same thing as
What is the
Invisible Man.
fucking
It was
point?
pretty good.
I guess so, yeah. But no, yeah. So it was $6.99. I think we got it when it was marked down to $4.99. So worth it. And I wrote here, I haven't had this much fun with a horror comedy since Dale and Tucker versus Evil. This reminded me so much because Dale and Tucker versus Evil, if you haven't seen that one, you need to see it. It is top. And I kept searching on Amazon over and over, watching so much garbage, trying to find something like that. And I ended up never finding anything like it.
Well, it's hard. It's invisible.
This is like that. the Invisible Raptor took me back to
No,
that.
I'm the same way. I'm trying to find like something like that as well. So I'm just watching a lot of terrible ones. You have to.
He
go
does the
through a
work
lot.
for us.
He does the work. But here's the thing: we didn't vet this film, right? I asked Joe. I was like, "Did you see this beforehand?"
I mean, he showed it
So
to
I
me.
know for
Yeah,
these bad movies, we should probably vet them because we could
Why?
end up watching
No.
something really bad.
That's
or
the
something
point
really
of it.
good.
You never
I
know.
think that's
All
the
right,
point.
all
Yeah.
right, just making sure.
Yeah, like I'll give you some options. Like, all right, well, this one I'm just gonna look at the trailers. I'm not
Yeah.
gonna really watch anything else.
He showed me the trailer a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I
Okay.
actually love the concept because it allows them to get creative without having
Exactly.
sci-fi. Because even in the trailer, they show you that they're going to show gore, and so they get to do more with the practical effects stuff, and or like the there's a mix of it's mostly CG, but there's a
Yeah.
lot of like cool stuff in here. So
This is a hidden gem. In my opinion, and actually on your show, Joe, the bad movie reviews, I think this is our second hidden gem, because wasn't it like Bridezilla or Frankzilla? What was the one?
Frankenhooker.
Frankenhooker. Yeah, well, I
that
actually
on TV
liked
show.
Frankenhooker. I thought that
It's
was
ridiculous.
good. So we have our second hidden gem. So this is cool. I like that.
yeah, this is no Slingshot Cops.
That one was a bad one.
That's bad.
We won't talk about that one.
You
But
should
yeah,
maybe watch
we'll go to spoilers, but I'll give my overall thoughts, and then we'll do a rating for this one.
it. Okay.
Okay. Yep.
This one I would definitely recommend you guys check it out. It had everything. It had fucking humor. It had like some nostalgia with the callbacks. Even like
They
kind
did.
of recreations of Jurassic Park.
Yeah, they even
ending.
tried to do the Jurassic Park theme, but they had to be
Yeah.
legally distinct. So
Exactly.
it's
It's like a Vanilla Ice. Great kills. Some of them are pretty creative. I love the character development here.
Character development.
Yes,
Okay.
no character development. Well, with Danny.
with Danny.
Danny is the
was
best.
the best.
Well, I guess in his thing it would be under development.
Danny is a fucking 10 out of
There you
10.
go. He is. For me, I'm gonna give this one a 7. You have to check this one out.
I'm not going to agree with you. I think this is the best dumb movie you've ever shown me, and I don't think it's particularly close. And I've watched all of the hits, like
Frankenhooker.
It's so much better than Frankenhooker.
He's
Frankenhooker,
decent.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
I liked it,
Yeah.
but I mean, like, this is better in my opinion than Velocipaster. This is better than Lamageddon.
I haven't seen that.
It's better than
I haven't seen
Birdemic 1
Yeah.
and 2.
I've seen
like
It's different. Yeah, I agree with you with that, but like some of it just like the memes is what it is.
Oh yeah, I mean this is a movie that knows it's fucking stupid and it has so much fun while being fucking stupid. The jokes are legitimately funny. I think that there's some creative kills. This is high effort. This is like the joy of filmmaking with your buddies.
Yes.
Like this is exactly kind of like
I was surprised that's why Joe gave it a low rating.
but yeah, I mean I guess I'm
Are you rating this on the actual movie scale or the OJ's bad
see, that's
movie
what
scale?
don't
We haven't
know.
worked it out.
We have
Yeah.
not,
We
have
worked,
not
it
worked it out
We were
yet.
talking about beers.
All right,
and
well let's
different ones.
finish. Let's finish
Yeah,
with this.
I mean, if we're comparing it to all of the movies, then I can definitely see where you're coming from. But I mean, I've watched so much garbage,
Yeah.
and like
Same here.
this is legitimately funny. I think this is not a
Yeah.
movie for kids because I mean, there's
No.
tons of cursing and weirdness there. But if you're old and you have a couple beers and you just want to have a fun
you're
time,
old?
like us. I mean, like you want to be like you need to know Office Space. You need to know Jurassic
I think
Park.
if you're
You need to-
younger, you would enjoy it.
Yeah,
I think so.
But you would get more of the references like he was
Yeah,
talking
but
about.
I mean, this is just it's a nonstop meme fest, and I think understanding some of those memes definitely
Helps.
increases
Oh,
it.
for
So
sure.
I think this is a 9 out of 10. This is almost I can
Yes.
see it
Good.
being legendary,
Good.
but like I do think it overstayed its welcome a little bit.
Yes.
And so yeah,
yeah.
I think it's really good.
I was initially gonna give it a 9 out of 10. Danny is amazing. I want to see more Danny. I want a sequel purely for Danny and his friendship with the main character. Honestly, here's the thing: I don't give a shit about the main character. I don't give a shit about his love interest in the film. I just care about Danny, and I care about the Invisible Raptor, and in all the kills and the creativity and the passion that you could tell that these guys had with camera, and let's just make a film that's fucking awesome. And the only thing that does it, and it probably comes from the writer is also the motherfucking star, and
That's usually what
and the
happens,
director.
yeah.
They're probably all friends, and I know it's hard. I mean, long ago, I would make films with my buddies. I know it's hard, but you have to cut some stuff. I know it feels like you're
Yeah.
cutting your baby, and you want people to see it. but I swear it
Sometimes
would be a
less is more.
tighter movie.
Yes.
Just put a lot of that stuff on the DVD extras. I know DVDs don't exist anymore, basically, but I'm sure they could do some special
Extended
editions, extended cuts.
Zack
and
Snyder
stuff.
can do it.
Because it's an hour and 54 minutes, and it does overstay its welcome. It sags in certain parts, and it sucks because the film never feels like it's about to sag, but it eventually does.
Yeah,
you take
you
out
really feel it.
there's 2 moments that sag. You take those out, and then I can give you 9-10 territory.
That's what I was thinking too. Yeah.
But because of that and the little bit of the overindulgence, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10.
Okay. See, look at that. We actually found one that we all liked.
Found a winner that we can recommend to you.
Yes.
We think you will have a good time with some beers and some friends in the Invisible Raptor.
Guys, if you haven't heard about it, definitely check it out. And if you have seen it...
But Joe, so do you want to revise? Well, maybe we'll have different ratings in the spoilers or something. But you still think it loses some points. Why'd you give it a 7?
It does lose some points. Because, like, for me, like, 9-10 territory, that would be like Tucker and Dale versus Eve.
Yeah,
But I don't think those movies are on the same scale. I mean, we're talking about monumentally different budgets and like.
You think so? It feels like Dale and Tucker have kind of a similar budget to this film.
I mean, but like we have stars. Like Alan Tudyk is in Tucker and Dale versus Evil as like the main character. Like this isn't. So it's like.
So at Tucker and Dale versus Evil is only a $5 million budget. I would think that the budget for this film is $5 million or below. I think
which is crazy because our top worst 10. How much are those budgets?
No, right?
This movie
every single one of those movies
every one of those
is like
stupid ass movies.
Times 50 the budget of this, or times 10 the budget of this.
You already know Borderlands is in our list.
Times 10.
This is way fucking
This
better.
is way better. I would rather have a trilogy of the Invisible Raptor universe than a single fucking Borderlands.
We're going to get a second one. I guarantee we're
You
getting a
think
second
so?
one. Oh, yeah. These make so much money.
Well, I was still waiting
think
for...
so?
Everyone's been saying about
I'm worried that it won't get a sequel.
Also
I would want to see
2 it was still in the works for a while.
These indies are harder to get sequels because, the money part.
I mean, Ginger Dead Man got how many sequels?
I know.
And like,
But that was funded back in the
Passion
day
of
when
the
there was an
Crust.
actual economy of fucking Blockbuster and renting these movies, and films would get a lot of money on the back end. You would make money at the box office, and then you would make money on home video. And now home video is kind of not a thing anymore, which sucks.
No, but you see a lot on Amazon.
Yeah, they're on it.
Not quite the same,
They do
but
well
yeah.
on Amazon, yeah.
But you're paying a lot less. I'm just saying that it used to be able to you can get more money on the back end, and that's how a lot of films kind of survived back in the olden days, like how old we are. Oh, God. I can't find a budget for it.
No, I
It's
was
so
looking for it
indie
too.
that there's no budget.
There's nothing on it right now.
Yeah, I can't imagine it being.
There's not even a Wikipedia page. I had to look it up on IMDb to get some of the information. But yeah, this is fucking sweet.
Well, there you go. Everyone, go check it out. And if you haven't seen it, stick around for the spoilers. And thank you for watching OJ's B Movies.
Bye.
Welcome to the spoilers.
Oh my God.
Which one was your favorite part?
Please watch this first before you get. Let's support independent media like this that have the passion, that do it right. And so, because I know a lot of people watch, the spoilers if they just want to skip something, but this one, I think you got to support.
Yeah, have some fun.
My
with this
favorite
one.
part, I'd say like 80% of the jokes hit for me. It has, a good sense of humor, and there's not like one super standout part that I think is like better than all the rest, unless maybe you're about to remind me of something. But I just love the friendship between them. The little homies. He's got this obsession with
Yeah, I was
little
gonna say my favorite part
homies.
when Denny they go to his house or his RV and he starts showing him around. He's like, "Oh, do you have this?" He's like, "Oh yeah,
Yeah.
let's start drinking." He
Out of
got some
ramen cups.
ramen cups
It was
and brings out his little
disgusting.
chums. He's like,
Little
now we're the chumps. That's Chimichanga.
Chimichanga,
That's
yeah.
Larry, Loco Larry, and it was a lot of fun. It was charming.
It was because like his dad got him a present from how long ago?
1988.
Walkie-talkies for
It's
Christmas.
like open whenever you get a friend, and he finally opens it, and you just feel for Danny.
Right, but it's all done super fast so that you can see it. It's that hidden joke. He hasn't had a
That's
real
what I
friend.
like. Like they don't like kind of like linger on the joke. They're like, oh, like here's a quick joke, and it's like a lot of jokes are coming like at you very fast. And
Yeah.
you miss it, but if you do get it,
Yeah, I mean, and the
it's fucking
Raptor doesn't discriminate. It kills a kid, which there's a ton of jokes that come from that.
Yes!
And like,
Oh, yeah,
they're
the
examining a giant pile of Raptor shit, and they're going through, and there's a kid in there. There's even some throwaway stuff like, oh, what's next? He eats kids, and old people are going to attack the handicap, and then all of a sudden, there's a wheelchair with a corpse on it with no head and
Squirting
squirting blood
blood.
everywhere. It's a super silly good time.
When Danny says, turn little kids into doo-doo.
Yes.
That's the kind of doo-doo, I guess. It makes Joe laugh. I just hear Joe giggling in the whole film.
Yeah, this
Throughout the
movie's
whole film.
a lot of butt jokes, a lot of doo-doo jokes. So who doesn't?
It's for
like
mature
it?
audiences.
Exactly. Who doesn't like a good, funny doo-doo and butt jokes?
Yeah. And then the chicken farm, they're constantly, yeah. And then running jokes about Dolly Parton and sleeping on her back. And
So they do ruin the movie in the trailer, and I wish they didn't put this shot in the trailer. There's a shot in the trailer where the raptor explodes. There's fire, and they show that effect. So they kind of ruin that the raptor dies in the end, which that sucks.
Yeah,
So how do they
fake
kill
it
the
as
raptor?
much.
I think the final scene went a little too far. It wasn't funny for me. It was more like, oh God, it was like cringy. So every joke was working, and then finally in the thing, what is the final scene? Well, Danny is in danger, and he's running from the raptor, and I'm like, please don't kill Danny. If you kill Danny, I'm going to give this a 3 out of 10. And they don't kill Danny. Instead, he does the Arnold Schwarzenegger Predator thing, which he referenced before when he was putting shit on. They're like, what are you doing? This isn't, they can see you. And he's like, you don't know. He's like, he's an invisible raptor, not a raptor. So you don't know. And the girls, of course, like, man, he's got a point. So he does throw himself in the mud, and then he just rolls around in the mud, and then he stands still. And I'm like, shit, Danny's going to die. But the fucking thing doesn't kill him. Instead,
Callback.
it smells on him and it touches his skin. And then it puts its claw in his whitey tighties and it pulls down. Wait, so you're telling me the raptor, the invisible raptor, pantses him, pulls his underwear down, and it's slow. And it's like, what are we doing here? And his little dick is hanging out, and I'm like, what the fuck are we wanting?
it's comically small. It's part of his whole character. But so the whole point is they lured him there with pheromones because they're like, he's thinking like a predator. We need him to think like, we need to stop thinking with his brain. We need to start thinking with his dick. And so they cover him in chicken pheromones, and to get the raptor horny, they lure him there. And so Denny is near naked, covered in this stuff. And the raptor
like,
just knows
is
where
it?
the good parts
Why
are.
does the raptor sexually harass him though?
Because
Why does he take
he wants to find out if
He
it's-
wants to
if
get
it-
in his pants.
Yeah.
You have to take
What?
the pants off.
No, that doesn't
a
make any
raptor.
sense. So anyways, when he pulls down his pants, Danny responds by pissing in his face. So that part, got funny again. All of a sudden now he's pissing from his little baby dick, and then the fucking raptor somehow is covered completely.
Don't think about it.
Don't think about it.
It's
Okay,
an
so now the
invisible
raptor has Denny piss all over it, and we can see the raptor. But just then, the grandma bursts out, and she's in
Because you're mad because that's what happened with fucking Jeff. Jeff should have never done that in Jurassic Park, the second one. Remember?
The second one? What's he talking about?
Well, the flare.
Well, the flare, because he threw
Oh,
the
yeah,
flare.
yeah.
It's a little callback from Jurassic Park.
I didn't realize that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so she does come out, and she's in a chicken outfit, and then she's like, yeah, I'm sexy, and she's doing like a dance, this gross thing, and then she puts her ass in the air to present herself so that the velociraptor will have sex with her.
We'll
and
leave
It's
Denny
fucking
alone.
crazy.
And
yes.
it does, and then the velociraptor puts one of his hands on her shoulder, the other hand on her shoulder, and it starts to have sex with.
It's all invisible. You don't really see
the
it
mom
yet.
from Always Sunny in
Yes,
Philadelphia.
Matt's mom.
who?
Mac's mom.
Mac's mom. And I was like, oh, this is awkward and gross. And she goes, it's in me. And I was like, ah.
And then they shoot him and he blows up and it's over.
And then, yeah, that gives the main character the opportunity to fire a Rambo 2 bow and arrow explosion tip that Denny made. And he's like, how did you make this? That's another running joke. It's like, how did you make this? Oh, have you seen Rambo 2? And it's like that. But it's just like an excuse to say, how did you make the dinosaur? Joe, how did they make an invisible dinosaur? Yeah.
That's what they did.
Just hand wave away. Yeah, but then how did you make it invisible?
Have you seen Invisible Man?
Yeah.
We did that.
I don't even remember how they make Invisible Man invisible in Invisible Man.
The other one was like crazy.
Was Kevin Bacon
drinks
drinks a concoction
versus the suit one.
versus the suit one.
And then
so
there's a suit.
It depends.
But the Raptor doesn't have a suit, so they must have had the Raptor drink a concoction.
Yeah. Then they.
That's me.
Okay. Then they do another one, Weekend at Bernie's, with Sean's character in the beginning.
Astin, yeah.
He's the first one to get killed. He's the first one to get killed, and that's how he gets loose, because he tricks him into putting his hand in the Raptor.
The Raptor apparently is also super intelligent.
Yes, we know that
they
from
do a
Jurassic
puzzle
Park.
where he's either choosing between A or B buttons to get food.
Yeah. I mean, he pulls a Demolition Man. I mean, they reference every movie from the 90s. In
Wait,
this.
what was the Demolition
The
Man?
eyeball. That's how...
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
the little eyeball. So, he rips his eyeball out. And the first kill you ever see is Sean Astin's eye being ripped out. I'm like, how did that happen?
I think a claw.
Put the claw in there.
Yeah, but it's like the eyeball is perfectly shaped and not damaged
Well,
in any
he goes
way.
up to the soft tissue under the eyeball.
He's smart enough to do that.
Yeah.
It's too big. That Raptor claw's too big. But yeah, that's a part of the movie. So he fucking kills Willie, pokes his eye out, and it's a clever girl.
Yeah.
It is.
Uses his body as a puppet. Wait, does the Raptor use the body as a puppet?
He kind of does, but he didn't do the other one. He just puts him up
and he throws
puts
the keys.
glasses on him. He throws the keys.
So the Raptor does a Weekend at Bernie's, and the dude does a Weekend at Bernie's.
So the Raptor, when he's invisible, is basically just a human being with hands and opposable thumbs that can literally just like shape people and manipulate them and set up scenes.
That's why the movie's so good.
Okay.
I mean, the cats also sit there while they're getting eaten. Like there's 3 cats on the thing, and then the one cat gets eaten. The old lady comes around and is like, "Where's Razzle? Where's Dazzle?"
I give this movie an extra point because of how I fucking hate children.
It was.
I fucking hate children in movies, and how every movie's got to fucking work around the children, and they treat them like babies, and they're like fucking invulnerable, and you can't do anything, and you got to show them kindness because they're children in the film. And this film's like, fuck the children. So the one kid is fucking killed.
Is dead.
He gets turned into poop.
You would think, oh, he's going to make a new friend. He's putting candies, and
That's
the
a
Raptor follows.
raptor.
It's a fucking Raptor.
What do you
It eats
expect?
him.
Kid doesn't know it's a raptor.
It fucking murders him
But-
and shits him out, and now her kid is shit. She has a shit kid.
We got a raptor turning kids into doo doo.
We got Raptor turning kids into doo-doo. And then later on, the main character is, sees his long-lost girlfriend or
Yes.
whatever, and she shows up with a little girl, and you think, oh, this is going to be some kind of plot thing. But then as the film goes along, she's ignoring her own girl more and more, and you're like, what is wrong with this lady? And then she's like, oh, that's not even my daughter. That's from a previous thing or marriage. And then she like shoves the kid out.
Uber, and then they take off.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, thank God. That's why I didn't call you back, because I thought you had a kid. It's like, oh, no, it's not mine. And then Uber takes off with the kid.
And it's like, thank God I don't have to fucking deal with this kid in
Okay,
your
look,
previous marriage. And I'm like,
And this is what I get tired of. All right, because the new,
they're terrible people. She's a terrible mother. He's a terrible
the new
but I love
Jurassic
it.
World Rebirth is supposed to be rated R, and
Yeah. There's a
there's
kid in
fucking
it.
kids. It's
There's
like,
a fucking-
look,
I'm so tired of
You
it.
don't need to bring a kid to fucking Jurassic
Yeah.
Park
They'll
every
explain
time.
that the guy is also a human. They explained it in the trailer.
Yeah.
To be honest, if we're being fair, he's a
To
human.
be fair, says
I'm
Alex,
sitting in
he's
the chair-
doing it to you now.
Well,
you have to do it to him.
Look,
Say,
if they
to be
explain
fair.
it even in the goddamn trailer, it makes he's a human trafficker. He's trafficking children. Like, it's not like he brought his kid on a pleasure cruise.
Still, there's a kid in the film, and I hate him, and I want him to die.
I do too. And this was
And
so.
this movie,
This movie does
did
it.
Yeah.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
You face a raptor, doo-doo.
Yeah. And then that's kind of when we meet, our main characters. We have a paleontologist who works at a dino park. Dino World. And he is doing exhibits in which he talks about raptor poop, which is shaped a certain way, which I'm fucking certain that they do not have an actual fossilized raptor poop.
It's movie magic, Joe.
And you can understand the ridges
I would not
to know
take
that this
anything in
particular
this movie
poop
seriously.
is the raptor
There's
poop.
conspiracy
And then
theories
there's
that I do,
also
though.
a dance that he does for dinosaur mating and a rap. And I was like, oh my God, I turned around to Joe. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
But that's the point, because he's supposed to be this badass paleontologist, and he's stuck in Dino World. He's like, I fucking hate my life.
It's
He's
super
dancing,
embarrassing.
doing the rap, and then he had
in
it's
front of the girl.
embarrassing in front of the girl that he loves. He's like, just kill me now. It's like, yeah, you
But
should.
I started to get hints of the charm right there, because the guy in the dino suit he's just a lovable guy. He's like this big redneck. I like his facial hair, and he's just a lovable dude. He's showing love to his animal, Mr. Beagles. And, he's like, I'm going to give you a big bone afterwards. So he's just taking, he's just living his best life. And I want some fucking fossil funnel cake. He's like, all right, everybody go to the gift shop. There's some fossil funnel cake for everyone. I'm like, I want some funnel cake right now.
Be sure to try our fossil funnel cake. It's dynamite.
I love funnel cake.
This is a great movie, though.
Yeah, I mean, definitely worth $4.99. Yeah, I mean, they catch it. I mean, there's another clever one. I don't know if you know, because the kids nowadays, the Raptor's name's Chance.
Yes.
What is that?
Chance the Raptor, and Tyler the Creator, because the Tyler Corporation. So it's Chance the Rapper is.
Oh, that's what they set it up as. I
Yeah.
thought they were gonna be like cameos of the actual actors. No.
Yeah, so it's Chance the Raptor, and then the evil corporation is the Tyler Corporation. So Tyler the Creator.
Fuck
was
Tyler
another-
the Creator.
yeah.
Just so that later on the
They-
redneck can get it all wrong and say fuck Chance, fuck Tyler the Creator, and
That's
whatever.
some prime
And
writing
fuck
right
Aerosmith,
there.
yeah,
All right.
and then they start quoting Aerosmith song lyrics, and it's just they made a movie to make
I think
themselves laugh.
Yeah,
and
and
I
it-
love when they do that. It's
Yeah.
like if I'm on the same wavelength as them. So it's
Yeah.
like,
The Raptor, everybody was funny, kind of except for the old lady. I wish the old lady had funnier jokes. She has one or two.
her
but
commercial's fucking hilarious.
Her commercials are great. But then when she's saying inappropriate old people things, like conspiracy theories and stuff, and everybody's like
those
cringing.
are for
those
us,
are the
man.
ones
So
that are not
makes
that
him
funny.
laugh. Yeah,
But the Raptor goes to the park. Why does the Raptor go to the park? I guess because he thinks he's gonna beat a bunch of his friends, and there's gonna be a bunch of dinosaurs, and
Yep.
he can live free. But then when he gets to the park and realizes it's all fake, he gets mad and he smashes the fucking
Like, there's
Velociraptor
no more life.
sign and glass. He's fine. I'm gonna kill everybody, and then he goes on a killing rampage all throughout the thing.
yeah. The Raptor sees the commercial of "Come down and see all the dinosaurs."
McCluxy.
But the other guy had told him, "No, he's the only one. He's all alone," and it made the Raptor sad.
The main character's
plot holes
claim
at
to
all.
fame is a preserved butthole, and I heard Joe burst out laughing. Preserved butthole. I found the most pristine preserved butthole.
Yeah.
It all
Oh,
started.
Joe laughed because there was an award on his desk or a newspaper article. It's like paleontologist finds perfectly preserved butthole.
Well, he sets up all these jokes because he's
Yes.
like, I wonder if they used my discovery to find it. I'm worried that my butthole caused the death of all these people. Like they constantly reference. And look, it's
That was a great line. Yeah,
It was. It was like that's what I like about this. It's like dumb fun, and it has its charm with the callbacks and good writing.
I wrote that line
Good
down.
writing.
What if my butthole is responsible for this? They took my butthole and made me an asshole.
perfect.
What if,
Fucking love it.
what if it's my butthole that's responsible for all of this? Oh my god. Yeah, keep going.
Oh man, those are some of the gems that you will find in this movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so then, yeah, he just teams up with his friend, who he's acting as his friend, but he's like, I'm not really your friend. That's how we get the lowest moment, you know, and like before the third act, when all the characters are at the lowest moment. After he's like, you're not my friend. He's like, you know, I'm not even your fucking friend. And he throws his little homie choom toy, you know,
Larry Loco.
Larry Loco. He's like, not Larry Loco.
Something like that. Yeah, because this is the part where they actually capture the raptor, and Danny's mad because he sees the boyfriend,
the dude that ruined his life from
that pantsed him.
Yeah, pantsed him.
In front of the whole school.
Talent shows when
and
he
that's
was in
why people
sixth
call
grade.
him Dinky Danny.
Yeah, because
Dinky
he
Dick
was
Danny.
in a talent show, and he had his MC Hammer pants, and he had the crowd on the palm of his hands, and then fucking I forget what
the
this
girl
guy's
he
name.
loves in the front row
Pantses him, underwear and all, and everyone
saw a small peepee.
saw a small peepee, and then ruined his life forever.
Yeah. Then he says it did grow a little. Later. Well, of course it did. Oh my god. But yeah, so we skipped a few, which is you know, as the raptor is going on a rampage, it kills a fucking old lady and her cats. It kills that kid. It kills a Karen who is on the phone. She's pissed off that her air fryer sucks or something, and then she's mad that there's a party across the street, and then she gets killed by the raptor. The cops don't believe, you know, that this is going on. They go over there.
Who would believe that?
And he's like, oh, here's Denny again. You gonna go fucking reject application? He's like, oh, actually, I do have one. He's like, wants to be the sheriff.
He does.
And I was hoping he would be the sheriff at the end. He's not.
He will be.
He probably will be in a sequel, I hope. But no, you know. And then when he's in the fucking office, they're like, get out of here. We don't believe you that there's a fucking raptor. That's when the cameo from Rufio is there. For no reason. And Joe was like, wait a minute, rewind that?
Yeah.
Or Alex is like, rewind that?
Like, what?
And I fucking rewound it, and it really is the actor that plays Rufio.
And he says, I'm never going to grow up. And he's on, like, it's like a second long.
Yeah, I can't believe something that juicy. The camera doesn't even focus on it. I'm like, dude, I love Rufio. I want to see him, you know, in something. But they snuck that one by. Anyways, they're like, get out of here. We don't believe you about the stupid raptor shit. You take your fucking turd with you. That's what Joe's laughing. Take your turd with you and this fossilized
the turd, because he has the fossilized turd. He's like, look, believe me, like this is the turd. He's like, pointing to Danny though. He's like, take your turd with you and the fossilized poop.
Get out of here.
And then I like this because like they do pan to Danny and you see his reaction like, what the fuck?
They do a good job with the direction and the camera.
Do.
But eventually these two cops die. They give the cops silly backstories. The cop is, I don't know.
Jump to conclusions. The sheriff
is the guy from Office Space.
Yeah.
Again,
I wish they would have played more with that, but they do that reference.
Yes.
Well, there's a lot of subtle ones that
There's just so much. Like, guys, you need to see this movie.
Yeah. So the cops die.
Yeah, the cops die. He kills a bunch of stoners in a garage, kills a DJ super violently.
And surprising, some of the kills look really good. Like one guy was like ripped apart, and you could see
the guy in the chair too.
A lot of it is CGI, but a lot of it, some practical with the blood. He's like, "What is happening? God, you kill a fucking kid, and then you kill a fucking grandma. What's next? Are you gonna kill a fucking handicapped person?" And then the camera. It's like a fucking wheelchair rolls by with a headless handicapped person that was killed by. I was like, great timing. This film has great timing. But yeah, eventually they capture it, and then Denny couldn't help himself because he feels like he's the hero because he captured the dinosaur. So he gloats in front of that guy that pulled his pants down. And unfortunately, the dinosaur escapes. Or maybe, fortunately, the dinosaur escapes because it kills his fucking bully.
Turns him into a stump.
Yeah.
Takes both of his legs and his head.
And then they drive off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or no, that's when they break up. That's when they get mad.
Up. Yeah, this is where we have our lowest points of
I'm not your friend.
Yeah, but then Danny goes through a fun montage, and he showers, and he talks.
Like, give me a sign.
Yeah.
The vodka bottle's like, you want me to drink that?
And then he's
There was
welding.
no sign. It was just drink vodka.
He welded in his trailer, and that's how he makes the poorly
The one.
constructed the arrow.
Main
And,
one.
yeah, it's just.
And they use the charming thing is they use the walkie-talkie. So he uses the walkie-talkie to apologize to Denny after yelling at him and saying, "You're not my friend anymore." He realizes he needs Denny to do the
I was mad.
mating
I was like, don't talk
dance.
to Denny like that. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
you fucking
And he
asshole.
just did get a bunch of people killed, though.
Well, he didn't make the
I
Invisible
agree.
Raptor.
I was agreeing with Denny the whole fucking time. When they
You should've
captured
killed
the
it.
dinosaur, Denny gets a big fucking rock. He's like, "I'm gonna crush its head." He's like, "Where's its head?" Because it's fucking invisible. And they were like, "No, don't do it." And the stupid fucking boyfriend and girlfriend would touch fingers while they're
Yeah.
touching the body of the raptor and like, "Oh, this is so majestic. It's a real life dinosaur." I'm like, "It's just kill fucking 7 people. Kill it. Kill it before it wakes up."
Or at least spray paint it. Do something.
That's what I was
But-
thinking.
Well, you can't think.
Throw paint on
you're
it.
You're not supposed to think about any of these.
Well,
They
'cause
should have thrown
Yeah,
paint
because
on
here's
it.
the thing. Because I thought it was gonna be like a romantic moment. They were gonna kiss, and then Danny goes over there with like shit or something, and just throws it on them.
That would have been funny.
It was like, oh, now we can see it, and then ruins the moment, but it's still kind of funny. I thought
They
were
do
gonna
do
some-
a funny joke though. He leans in and she thinks he's leaning in to
Yeah.
kiss, and he's just like, "No," because he's
They-
into the dinosaur, and she's like, "Oh yeah. That's what I was doing." But yeah, keep going.
Yeah. Another one of my favorite parts is like when they first find the doo-doo kid, and they go investigate. So it's Danny and Dr. Grant. They start checking the poop, and then they find the retainer. It's all gross. They go, the kid's dead. He doesn't care. The mom doesn't fucking care. And then they find the dog collar.
Yeah.
And he starts getting mad. Danny's like, "Oh, you piece of shit!" He starts stomping on it. He's like,
start-
"What are you doing?"
He's stomping
He's like, "I'm just so mad." So it's like,
And he
kicking
gets
the shit.
And he gets shit everywhere.
He's like, "All right, we're leaving, man." And
Touching
he's
her
looking
arm.
around like, "What the fucking shit?"
Well, and then she also doesn't like she abandoned her kid at night. Well, she's like, "Hey, you're gonna have to take care of yourself
Yes.
tonight. I'm going out." And then, like right after she deals with the press, she's on the phone with some all-inclusive resort. She's like,
Yeah.
"I get unlimited alcohol and food."
Yeah,
Oh,
what?
okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh,
And then someone
it's
shows
so-
up and she's like, "Yes, I'm very sad." It's like, "Oh, okay."
Yeah, she's
This
a
movie
piece
hates
of
kids
shit.
too.
yeah, I'm like, well,
But
Get a
that's
bit for
basically it.
everyone.
And then, like, the team gets back together after he apologizes with the walkie-talkie, and then they have this plan where it's like, okay, we're gonna get in this truck. We're gonna talk to the old lady. We're gonna get all of her chickens are in heat, and we'll bring the dino there. And I guess he'll have sex with the chickens while we shoot him. And so then they all get in this truck, and they pour piss all over Denny.
it's like, "Okay, give me that golden shower."
And then they
He
have
pours
some
it on
ribs.
himself.
And they're like, "We
and
just
they're
need
like,
it on the soup,
We
bro."
need it on the soup. We don't need it on you, but that's Denny for you.
Yeah, and then one guy smoking weed. He's like, "Man, this is some good shit." When he sees like all this craziness going on in his neighborhood.
Yeah, that's a big cameo too. He's been
Yes.
in a bunch of stuff. I don't know what movie he was referenced. Like, I imagine the Karen is someone from a movie that I don't
Some good
recognize, and
shit.
Larry Hankin.
yeah.
Yeah, that joke has happened before, where people are like, smoking, and they're like, "Wow."
No,
this
I mean
is
that, but that actor, like that actor's been in a bunch
Yeah.
of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, and then they defeat the raptor, and then they show that there are 3 more eggs. So they have set up
Yes.
that maybe there is 3 more.
And the
Invisible
egg
Raptor.
cracks, and a little fly gets eaten by an invisible baby raptor. So there are potentially 3 more. We know there's definitely 1 more. Denny gets his sweetheart, though, because that his sweetheart husband was killed,
And he felt bad.
and apparently he's an abusive husband, and
He's
he's
a
like,
piece of shit anyway.
he's a
so
piece of shit
I'm
anyway.
the hero.
Now I got his kids and I got his wife, and he's happy. So Danny gets a happy ending. I'm like, yes.
Not yet. He needs to be the sheriff.
Then,
And
oh,
then-
jeez, get everything he wants. Yeah.
Yeah.
I say, why not? He just
But, like, I didn't really care about the main character and his girlfriend, and then
Amber
they're like,
Gray.
hi, at the end of the film, and he's like, where's that one girl? Didn't you have a girl? And she's, no, don't worry about it.
wasn't mine.
Who knows where she is, right? Or she goes, I don't know. It's just like, how's she doing? She's, I don't know.
Hannah or something.
Anyways, let's, and then they playfully chase each other at the end, and they're together. And that's it. And it ends in a
wrapped up
happy ending.
perfectly.
Yep.
Once again, this movie is way better than any of those movies on our list.
I
Top
agree.
worst.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So we found a good bad movie, or when we
Great
think
bad
bad
movie.
movies, They're more like Z grade, B grade,
We're
these
still,
hidden
again,
gems.
We're still working on the rating system. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, so it's like, I don't know. You have to really plan it out.
Yeah, you do because like
You
everyone,
think about
like,
it.
Yeah, because
It's
like
yours.
everyone's like, "Whoa, you gave this movie this and this." It's like, well, it just gets. All
I know there was that one.
Those people are what you call stupid. And because that's not how, I mean, ratings don't necessarily work that way. But like, this is a movie you can enjoy with no beers, and you cannot say that like about a lot of these movies that
Exactly,
we watch.
because they're like, "Oh, you gave this 9, and you gave
My
like,
rating
something
of
else."
an 8 out of 10 is a legit movie rating. Like, I would compare that 8 out of 10 against other movies.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get at. Because like he's like, "Oh, like if it's a 9, I'm like, well, you gave Nosferatu this, so you compare it." I was like, "No, that's not." Come
No,
on,
stop
like,
it.
Stop. Come on. That's why I was like, we need our own little thing here,
Yeah.
just like our bubble
Yeah.
for the B.
Yeah, so B
movies.
movie. So I see what you're saying. On the B movie scale,
I-
if there was like an actual OJ B movie or Z movie scale, this would be like a 10. Because this would be like a fucking
That's up
gem.
there, yeah.
We're probably not going to see anything from you that's this good.
You don't know that.
I mean,
I don't know that. You're right. I don't know that.
There's
but
some
I
better. There's some better ones that
Yeah.
are better than Slingshot Cops. Have you? Okay, so Hard Ticket to Hawaii you've seen because we watched that together.
Yes.
Have you seen the Miami Connection?
Yeah,
Yes,
but it's hard to get through because it's so boring, but there are good parts in it.
Friends Forever.
Yeah, that's the good parts, basically, the singing.
Father.
That movie is fucking ridiculous.
It is.
This movie is better than that one.
Friends.
But the songs are not better. The songs are better in Miami Connection. But we haven't
Yeah.
done episodes on those, guys, so don't go back and look.
I'll be looking at the comments too. Let us know. Maybe I'll find a good one so we could
Help us
do
with
a
our rating system on this.
Yeah,
Do we
'cause
have a
obviously
rating?
it's gonna be different from everything else.
Yeah.
I think maybe a worded rating would be cool, towards the end in the
It's good.
spoilers
Check it
section.
out.
Yeah, like hidden gem. Or like bad.
Bad,
And then
bad.
there's good bad.
Tight butthole, loose
This
butthole.
isn't good bad.
Buttholes?
This is good.
Preserve-
This is hidden gem.
Preserve butthole.
Perfectly
So there's
perfect.
bad, good bad,
That's too
meh,
many bads.
meh,
Too many bads.
and then good.
It's too many.
Good.
No,
I see
that's
from
not
you.
too many
bad,
bads. Because
bad,
there's a
good.
difference between bad, and good, bad, right?
Bad, good, good, bad. Which one's better?
Bad, good?
Good, bad, bad, good. Which is better?
Good, bad is better than bad, good.
Good,
Because
good.
bad, good doesn't
Bad,
make
bad.
sense to me. Bad
I don't
means
know.
boring and shitty and just awful. I'm trying to think of a film. Because, like, Birdemic is bad, good, or good, bad, right?
It has some of the
Birdemic 2 is bad.
Bad.
You see, I'm trying to help the rating, so I think that. And then this film is Hidden Gem. Good.
Good bad.
Actually good. Or one of the ratings could be actually good. Anyway.
We'll work on it, but
We'll
this
work
is
on
a
it.
must. If you guys haven't seen it, spread the word. Check it out.
The Invisible
And,
Raptor.
Yeah. Well, we'll work on something at the end. But, yeah. Anything else?
No, I'm good. I'm curious. How do we end the OJ Bad Movies reviews? Do you have a saying? We'll see you guys on the next Angry Joke.
Fuck no,
We'll
I'll
see you
see-
on the next OJ movie review.
I'll see you when I see you. Bye.
I see you when I see you. Bye.